Okay, well, there's been a lot of debate on whether prostitution should be legal or not, and our claim is basically prostitution should be illegal in state licensed brothels. The three main reasons why is because, one, illegal prostitution promotes physical health risk. Number two is because women deserve the freedom to do what they want, and it should be considered a legal profession. And lastly, brothels will improve conditions for prostitutes. The reason why prostitutes work in conditions that make them prone to violence due to lack of supervision and prone to receiving and spreading STDs. According to Mark Liberator, who wrote an article called Legalized Prostitution back in 2005, he said that the countries where prostitution is legal do not suffer from a higher number of violent crimes. It appears legalized prostitution does not make societies more of a crime hazard, contrary to the prohibitionist philosophy. This data may give reason to implement and regulate prostitution to reduce crime, because crime in countries where prostitution is legal is lower than U.S. rates. And another article where Emily Maslin wrote, she said that illegality puts the bad guys and their guns in control. Women who fear prostitution can go to police and help for help. Better to give women more recourse to head off abuse and even inspect brothels for health violations. So what this is saying is that by legalizing it, it would there will be less physical health risk for prostitutes, and secondly, women deserve the freedom and should be and prostitution should be considered as a legal profession, because Annie Sprinkle wrote how prostitutes help people explore their sexual desires. They fight for legal rights to receive financial and they should receive financial compensation for their work. So in a way, they kind of help find other people's. They kind of help other people explore their sexual appetite. And lastly, brothels will improve the conditions for prostitutes by regulating prostitution. There can be stricter screenings and regulations that will reduce the risk of STDs being spread, and it could provide a better security for prostitutes themselves. From the same article I used before by Mark Liberator, he wrote, legalizing prostitution would prevent underground prostitution that occurs today. When men want to pay for sex, they find prostitutes. These people work in massage parlors, escort services, strip bars, and modeling agencies, or dating services. So by regulating it, they will have a safe space to work, basically, and pretty much prostitution is a problem that can't be solved. The best we can do is to regulated. So by doing so, we can solve many of the problems that we're facing in the society we're living in.